Good afternoon. This is Gino, and I'm here as a guest. And I have two very nice gentlemen, not including myself, but they belong to Rotary. And because I know them, and I asked them to come to Littleton TV so they can tell us a story what Rotary really does. And in their own way, they will first introduce themselves. And I told them to be very gentle because this is not only in Littleton they'll be able to see it, but they're all over Massachusetts. So would you be kind enough to introduce yourself, Mr. Roger? He's the president of Rotary.
Thank you, Gino. I'm Roger Hartley. I am this year's president of the Littleton Rotary Club. And Rotary is quite an organization. It's very large.
One second, sir. And you, sir, what's your name?
So I'm Chris Alphin, and I'm also in the Littleton Rotary Club with Roger.
Yes. Okay, let him tell him a story now. And you can interject as long as he finishes the sentence, you can interject. I give you that power. Go ahead.
Well, let me begin by saying Rotary, a lot of people think Rotary is a small organization that meets for lunch once a week, and that we do, but we are actually a worldwide organization that has chapters just like ours in cities and towns all across the United States and in countries all around the world. So it's quite organized into zones and districts and different clubs. So our club here in Littleton is about 25 strong, and we work on a number of charitable projects throughout the year that benefit students at our local high school and various groups around our surrounding area.
I give you 5 minutes and then we'll go back to the president. Would you be kind enough to express your duty as a Rotarian?
Well, my duty is just to give back. It's the motto for Rotary is service above self, and I always like that motto. And I always enjoy giving. I'm a person that enjoys giving more than taking. But when I was younger, raising a family, I didn't have any time for Rotary. I didn't have any time to do anything, and I didn't even know how to get into any of these clubs or organizations. I didn't know what I didn't know. And then somebody invited me to a Rotary meeting, and I had a great time, and I met a lot of really great people, and I just continued going. And now it's been, years later, and we're working on projects and fundraisers and fix up things and help people, and you name it. It just it goes in a lot of different directions, and sometimes I'm able to go, and sometimes I'm not able to go, or sometimes I'm able to help, and sometimes I'm not. But if I can't help, someone else does, and if they can't help, I'm there. So it's a really nice experience. I went to Toronto for the one of the what do we call that? The
district.
No, the big one.
The convention.
The convention.
Convention.
The worldwide convention, and that was quite a learning experience.
Yes. Would you continue now?
Well, Chris touched on one of the things about fundraisers. A lot of the work that we do does require money, so fundraising is a big part of our effort. And our largest fundraising project is coming up this summer, and that is our Appleman Triathlon race. It starts at the parking facility down at Long Lake, and our members and various volunteers of the community help sponsor the race that gathers close to 500 entrants. So with this race, we raise about $20,000 net through entrance fees and various sponsorships that we get from local vendors and professional people around town. So it's with that kind of participation that allows us to do these projects that benefit, and that is one of our biggest fundraising projects, and that is what really spurs us on.
There's a one phase. And now, would you be kind enough to show and tell that my people that watching TV, would you be kind enough to say what you're doing as a good individual, as a Rotarian? They must know, because otherwise I'll tell them. What you do, you provide beds, am I correct?
Yeah, well, the interesting thing here is I'm a little bit different than Roger. Roger can play golf. I can't. So what I do is I make beds and I deliver them to children that need beds, children that sleep on the floor, or they'll have a stained mattress, or the bed will be a second-hand or one of the very inexpensive beds that doesn't last maybe 6 months. So we get together a bunch of volunteers that are interested in doing this with me, and we'll build beds out of wood. Most of the time we get them from Concord Lumber right here in Littleton. And then on the bed build day, we'll sand them, and we'll put a little stain on them, and we'll screw them together. And then after work, during the week, we'll go and deliver them to the people that request beds. And my daughter kids with me. She said, my dad loves to play Santa Claus, because it's kind of like that. I mean, anybody that knows Christmas morning understands that these kids, a lot of kids around Littleton might get a PS5 or one of those games and get all excited. The kids that I go to get all excited about a bed. Can you imagine that? That really makes their day. And the nice thing about what we do is that the mattress, they get a brand new mattress, brand new sheets, brand new pillow, brand new blanket. Everything's packaged. The kids know that this is all brand new. They know it's theirs, and they know that nobody's ever had it before. It's theirs. So it's very fun. It's a lot of fun, and to me, it's better than golf.
Wait a minute. Yeah. Don't interrupt.
Different day.
Be nice. I'm trying to be very nice to both of you.
About Chris's talents in this field of building a bed, we have parlayed that into an event that is taking place on Saturday, May 20th, and that is our district Rotary's Day of Service. And every club in our district, which is basically central Middlesex County, they all have a service project. So we are sponsoring a Build-A-Bed Day at Chris's facility, and this will be open to the public to come help out, if you will, and get to know us as Rotarians, and we'll tell you a little bit about the club, and at the same time work on a great service to our surrounding communities.
We also need a lot of volunteer people that they be kind enough to be present so they see what Rotary really does. And I'm telling you, it's something. In my situation, I'm a Rotarian for 34 years. I got invited for a dinner, and I got stuck. As soon as I went to a meeting, I got stuck. I said, boy, I didn't realize what they're doing. And I became a Rotarian. And my thing that I do is providing food in Arizona. I did it for 11 years so far. Only my tactical giving was dancing with beautiful ladies, and volunteering. All of them, they volunteer. In 10 years, I raised $25,000, and I'm able to help people that don't have $2 to buy a meal. Would you believe that? As seniors, not many people have money. You know what I mean? We are very lucky. So that's my good deed that I try to do, like they do. Every Rotarian doing something to help others. And if anybody wants to join and they don't know how to get in, just say Chris, Roger, and mention my name, Gino. My name is the superior. Gino sent me here.
Everybody knows Gino.
Go ahead, you continue.
Well, that's you brought up an interesting point, and that's membership. We are always looking for members to serve in our community. We do meet at lunchtime now. We've changed that from being a breakfast club, but we meet once a week on Wednesdays at Il Forno restaurant. We'd be glad to have you come as a guest, our guest, and learn a little bit about us. We're a fun group, and it is a great chance to give back to the community.
Yeah, you know what the thing about Littleton that really I have to say this because I've been self-employed since I was 22, and I've had businesses in couple of different towns around Massachusetts. But having said that, I came to Littleton. We had our business. We located in Littleton in the old mill building. And when we got into this bed making, which is about 6 years ago, 2018, the people of Littleton were
Generous.
They were amazing. I mean, I'm telling you this because not only from the bottom of my heart was it important to me, but also I look at analytics a lot. I mean, I learned this in my business, but I look at it and on Facebook, and I look at the people of Littleton. The numbers are always the highest. It's always the highest. They're the ones that are watching us. They're the ones that are giving. They're the ones that are helping. They're the ones that are coming up with ideas. It's always Littleton. It's always Littleton. I mean, far more than any other town. And I just, while I have this opportunity, I really want to thank everybody for being as good and as you are, because it makes what I do easier.
Go ahead, sir.
Well, there's a lot to be said about the Littleton Rotary Club, and we appreciate all the help we get from members of our community. We get a ton of volunteers for our events, and we really much appreciate that. We enjoy working in this community. We do a lot of work with Littleton High School, anywhere from their robotics club to all other different kinds of organizations. And we do have a special niche in Rotary for youth leadership, and that's called the Rotary Youth Leadership Award. And that's actually a 2-day leadership conference. It's held every year at Fitchburg State. It's coming up, and we have 10 Littleton High School students that will be attending, and we are sponsoring them for those 2 days. And it's another great event that Rotary puts on.
That is true. Did you mention kindly that we also give dictionary to the kids in school?
Yeah, and you guys know more about that than I do.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, we start early with the with the students, but every year we have a program where we are giving every member of the 3rd grade class their very own dictionary, and it's very interesting to watch as these kids accept this book in a presentation that we put on. And for a lot of those students, it's really the first book that they've ever owned, and
so
we've heard lots of stories about over the years. The dictionary is always there, and we've been doing that for probably close to 20 years now.
Right, yeah.
So
I participate in many different clubs, donating those dictionaries, and the kids are so happy. They think they won the lottery for kind of long. They go home and they say, Mom, I got a beautiful dictionary. It's amazing what people don't realize exactly what Rotary does. They have to participate to a club and see what the function. And the question is, when you join a club of Rotary, it's not like a Rotary. It's like a part of a family. They treat you just like a family. You get sick, they call you. I went away for 7 days. My God, I couldn't believe it. Everybody was worried. I get calls. I was in Arizona. I get calls from everywhere, from Concord, for Westford, from Littleton. Littleton knew that I was going, but they missed me because I'm the sergeant of arms. I provide all the necessary, right? Tickets, coffee, whatever.
Yeah, yeah. We have a member who's sick right now, and everybody checks in on her. We have, you know, whatever's going on, we're you know, we try to help out whatever we can do.
Yeah.
You know.
It's amazing club. Everywhere you go, they say, "This is nice club." They start, we stand and they pledge of allegiance. First thing they do, and
Right.
then they say a prayer, and then there's what do you call it?
Four-way test.
Four-way test. It's amazing. It's like going to a group that really love you. You know what I'm saying? We never argue. Oh, we yell to each other once in a while, but nevertheless, we forget about it.
Uh-huh.
You know, and people should know that. People should know that. And I hope that we have more people coming, you know, volunteering for you, and also somebody might say, I'd like to come as a guest. You know, we always invite somebody to come as a guest. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's
Anytime.
very good. Anytime, yeah. We have people coming from, I can't believe it.
Well, I think the big thing is like myself, my story. I think it resonates. You know, people are busy, and then at some point in time, you know, the kids grow up, and they have a little free time, and that's what happened with me. And I think, for whatever reason, it really doesn't matter if you have a little bit of free time.
Yeah.
Come by, and have you know, have some lunch with us, and have a few laughs. I mean, all we do is laugh. You know, I mean,
So, we
basically
enjoy.
the three of us here are kind of, we know that
We enjoy.
we're joking with each other. You know, and we'd love to have you come.
Yeah. And also, sometimes they need you for some reason. Who are you going to ask? Some Rotarian. I remember my friend, the president here, he said, Gino, can you come with me at the hospital? I says, why? Oh, yeah, I have to take care of it. The doctor will be okay. I want you to be with me there. Of course I was there.
Sure
I
were.
took him, and then I took him back. And then he was happy. I mean, that's what we do as Rotarian, help each other.
That's right.
You know, that's amazing. I'm sure that we went through a COVID-19, and that really eliminated a lot of getting together. But now it's over. I think people should be ready to participate, to go out, to enjoy themselves, go to a restaurant, go to a club to see what they're doing. You know, anybody is invited. They don't have to be asked for it. They can invite themselves and say, I'm here. I want to know what you guys doing. They're welcome. This is like a family. Am I correct or what? We never throw anybody out, right?
We don't throw people out. We invite them to come and join us.
That's what it
we
is.
like.
I
We
mean-
want. We'd like to grow. There's always room to grow.
Yeah.
And we're always ready to meet new people.
Okay, I will say thank you for coming. I appreciate it, and I'm sure somebody is watching, and you never know, they will say, they do that, they do that. All Rotarian does that. Every Rotarian has a place to do something for other people. We always participate. And I want to say thank you for the story that we told to the public, and I hope that they come by and say hello.